April 5th, 2017. This is episode 99.9. We're going to party like it's 1999 because one of you guys made that joke on our feed. Phil did. Phil, raise your hand. Right there. Yep. He's in his tank top. He'll be stripping later. So we're not at episode 100 because we do have special stuff for episode 100. I will be throughout the week putting things out there, hopefully. Biggest thing is Entertainment Earth has come through. They're supporting us. They're thrilled that we've done this. We've been with them since the beginning. They gave us free stuff to give out. So we will have, I shouldn't say what I think it is, but I know it's Star Wars stuff. I think it's that Black Label stuff, to tell you the truth, which is sweet. But it's Star Wars stuff coming from Entertainment Earth. We will set up a basically like an online raffle on our website, and we'll put the links in on the show. We'll give you all the details on the next show about what it is, how you go about it. So you got to watch the show if you want to get in on that raffle, and it's going to be a fast one, I have a feeling. We may have an extended one after that, but this is a episode 100 special only from Entertainment Earth. And they're also doing the same thing. I might as well plug this. They also, since I was talking to them about what we're doing, I said, hey, one of our other shows in the network, The Fandom Zone, which Phil, you've been on, they're on episode 98. So they're going to have episode 100 in 2 weeks. And unlike us, which it could be, 2 months from now, there's lots of numbers we could put in there before we get to 100. But theirs is going to be in 2 weeks, and they are sending them, I believe, some Dorbs of some of the CW superheroes. So listen to Fandom Zone, follow them on social media, follow SMG Pods on social media, and follow SMG_TWIG, which is us on social media. Find us on Facebook also, and that's where you'll find out how you can go about winning this way cool stuff. Winners are chosen at random. And I think the only give and take on that is you got to put your email address in there because let's face it, cost of doing business. That's what people want is they want your email address so they can say, hey, we've got cool stuff. And I've been on their email list forever. And I think I get one a month. And it's always like, oh, look, Negan's bat. Sweet. I'm glad I opened this. So So there you go. All right, let's introduce ourselves. All that business is out of the way. I'm sure we'll do more later. I am Rob Southgate. With me is
Chris Mal.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Tank Top. Who are you?
Phil Parrish.
And Scott
must be balmy there in Pittsburgh. And who was the last one?
And Scott Salmons.
Hi, Scott.
Hi there.
Are you going to switch to a tank top?
I've got a Star Wars shirt on.
Oh, a nice one, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, your mic is super low.
Is it?
Is anyone else noticing that?
Yeah, it's in the back of the room or something, I think.
Yeah, it's really low. Yeah, it's creepy. It's like a Lil's hair.
Is that?
Yeah, where's that a Lil puppet? Hi guys.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
For the 100th, if I can't get the real Edward, we will have the Edward puppet
dude,
here.
you need to
If
get
we can't get a Lil, we will also have the never debuted before a Lil puppet. We had one, but I have another one.
We need to get it in like a little shower with him and his head sticking out. That would be fantastic.
We'll see if Molly has something for American Girl doll.
Oh, yeah.
We'll use that.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Of course, the Lil puppet, he hates it because it loves DC. So everything we talk about will be like, I love Batman, Superman. I don't have. Now I'm just using the hand.
Suicide Squad is the best.
It's the best. Oh, I love it all. All right. You know what? I don't know about you guys, but I did absolute zero homework.
That's our fearless leader. Woo.
Yep. Good thing it's not episode 100 because, that's the big one where we're going to be prepared first time in 100. So I'm just kind of going through joeblow.com. I think I'll start there. And if you guys have anything, spit it out. I see a couple right off the bat, though.
You mean Avatar is going to start filming in the fall? That big news?
Is that on here?
It is on there.
Who cares?
I know.
And aren't they doing 3? They're doing 3 at once. And it's like, okay, we'll see this in 10 years. And by then, it's still going to be boring.
Can't they film it at Avatar World at Disney? I mean, they probably have their own sets right there.
we should jump the gun. We should go down and film in Avatar world our own, and we'll get Avatar 2 out before they do.
We'll wear blue, like the wrong color blue. It'd be
I'm
great.
sure Lil would do it just the body paint.
I was gonna say Lil's the new
A
Avatar.
loincloth and a body paint. That'd be awesome.
And Scott, you'll be Smurfy Avatar.
Ooh. Oh, Papa Smurf. That'd be great. Scotty Smurf.
Scotty Smurf. Yeah. So, well,
That's
that's
the beard white. That would be awesome.
if that's the big
Right
news.
already.
If that's the big news, I don't know why we did this show tonight. Come on, Avatar again?
I know. I'm just
Oh.
saying. I saw it and I started laughing, so I thought you said big news. So
Yeah.
And who's asking for that?
I don't know. You know, I
James
talked about
Cameron
this,
needs another $1 billion, so he says, "Hey, let's do this."
and it will make a fortune. You know, although it is starting to get to that point where it's going a little further out, where the audience that went crazy the first time and has realized, you know what, I'm never watching my DVD on this because it's not that great.
Yeah.
You're going to start losing them, and the other part of the audience, the younger audience, it's kind of irrelevant to them. It doesn't hold what like a Jurassic Park holds. You know what I mean? Like it's something that there's a very specific group has a very fond remembrance of, but I don't know if they're going to go. I think they've got to be really good. And to me, it feels like they're going back to the same well. So I don't really care.
Hey,
Well, that's why
Michael, go ahead, Phil. Sorry.
I was gonna say that's why they're dragging their feet. They're taking forever, so the public will forget, and by the time they get the next movie out, Rob, your grandkids will be like watching it.
Man. Hopefully that's a while. I think the reason I'll tell you why they're having a problem getting a sequel out. There was no sequel to Dances with Wolves, so they just don't know what to do.
That's awful.
Wow.
I was going to comment that
awful because it's true.
I was just going to say Michael Bay didn't need any ideas or any storylines to make 5 more Transformers movies. So, and apparently there's 14 more in the hopper or something.
What?
Did you read that? No,
I didn't read that.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
And Joe Blow, he did an interview. He said there's 14 stories or 12 stories that he has ready to go for the Transformer universe. But of course, he's not going to direct any of them.
Well, yeah.
So
well,
eventually we'll get the first actual story, and then maybe there's 14 more.
No, the first one wasn't bad.
Well, they said they're all.
I fell
the same
asleep in the
exact-
first one.
They're all the same exact thing. Autobots fight to keep Decepticons from getting fill in the blank artifact.
The one I enjoyed the most was actually the third one. I did like the third one. I didn't go to the theater to see it. I watched it at home, and I'm like, you know what? This one's actually pretty good. It still had a lot of dumb Michael Bay crap. And frankly, I still think if somebody good got their hands on it, they could make a decent movie that would be kind of fun and cool.
You mean Zack
We just haven't
Snyder?
seen that yet. No,
Zack Snyder?
no. No.
Optimus Prime. Why did you say that name?
It would be pretty though,
Martha.
Imagine, because you know how he does that like slow
Megatron.
motion like explosion.
Oh, dude,
Imagine that with the Transformers. That'd be
his
cool.
fight scenes are fantastic.
Yeah,
They're awesome.
There's just no story.
No.
And he'd hire Jackie or Earl Haley as like the Volkswagen Bug Autobot. Because he's small. Transform.
It would have like a hand that would be like Freddy Krueger. It'd be fantastic. Imagine that.
Don't say that when a little puppet's here. He gets very upset by that
I don't
movie.
know. It's okay. That's why he's not here. I
Right.
can say what I want.
A little
So-
puppet doesn't like Freddy Krueger.
Do you guys watch Walking Dead? I know.
Yes.
Okay.
What? The
I know
Walking
you
what?
do, Chris.
Yeah.
Scott, do you watch it?
No, we don't.
Okay. Then, Scott, you can play Smurf Village for a couple minutes.
You
I
can
want
play.
to know.
Go play with your Smurf.
I don't want to give. Hey, that's
I
not
don't have
Avatar. I don't want to spoil anything, but did you guys watch the season finale?
Oh yeah.
I know the basics of what happened already.
All right. So I just want to get a quick poll here. Did you guys like it? Do you think it was? Two questions. The season as a whole, okay, so the Negan season and that final episode, where would you rate the season out of 10? Chris?
Season 7-ish. The finale was middle of the road, 5 to 6. I don't know.
The last episode?
I mean, I like it, but they're building a lot. There's a lot of build up for something that better pay off at some point in time. But that's just what I'm saying about it.
Okay. What about you, Phil? And you can avoid the question entirely like Chris did because he didn't even answer what I asked.
I did too. I said the whole season was a 7 and the last episode was a 5 or a 6.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did say that. Yes, I did answer your question.
I didn't pay attention.
Jeez. Did I not say that?
He fell asleep, Chris.
You did. I was still thinking about Michael Bay.
Caleb.
Okay. Phil, where did you put it?
Season 7 as a whole, I'd say probably an 8. That last episode, I mean, I think I liked it better than Chris. It was probably like a 7. But, I mean, it was good even though it was predictable. You knew who was going to die. You knew kind of how they was going to end. I mean, no big surprises there. But, I mean, it was decent for, like you said, you knew it was coming.
All right. I am asking Martha what she would rate last season.
See, there were a couple things that happened that I didn't expect because I don't read the comics, so I had no idea. I thought that could have happened, like who betrayed whom. But I mean, there was a lot of suspense. They had a very 70s, like John Carpenter feel, and I kind of like that point. But I mean, I think. And I think there was some payoff, but it was a typical season finale where they had to build a point and drive home a character and kind of do this. And, I really like the way Rick behaved and acted and responded. So,
well, I think after last year's finale, they kind of had to play it a little safe, because they angered a lot of people with that last year's finale.
Yeah, the big cliffhanger last season was, even though I liked it when it happened, it was a big mistake. Because when it came back, and then you either have to just completely tell what happened at the front or do what they did, which was drag it out for the episode for emotional impact. It lost a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people, like the ratings have come down a little bit, and I keep hearing rumblings about people not liking this season. I think overall the season was probably about a 7. I think you're right on that. But this last episode, I didn't like Sasha's dream sequences. Kept taking me out of the story. I wish it had been more linear, and maybe that was one segment as opposed to like 10 segments. I was like, okay, I have a feeling this is what they added to get that extra 20 minutes tacked on, and it sure felt like it to me.
It was a little confusing too, because it's like, is she dream? Is this like a complete dream? Is this like a flashback? Is this an actual memory, or just something she's making up in her head? So, I read the comics up to about, I don't know, 108 or something.
Oh, okay. So everything that's been happening, I've kind of had, or maybe 112. I've had a pretty good idea. In fact, I know the last thing I know at this point is I know what happens next. But I don't know after that. And I thought what was going to happen next was going to happen here by the end of this season. And it didn't. So to me, it was a little bit of a letdown. Like when this episode started, I was like, oh, they're going to do this. I know what they're going to do. It's going to be really great. It felt like they were leading to it. And then I looked at the clock. I'm like, there's only a half hour left. There's no way they're going to do this. And okay, they're going this other route, and I don't know. I liked it. I just didn't need as much of that Sasha story. I'm glad they didn't kill the character, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if they had, it would have been too obvious.
Boom.
Yeah.
Wait, what? But I mean, do you think with what they gave us, did they really need it like an hour and a half?
No, I'm saying if they had cut a lot of that Sasha stuff out, it would have been a stronger episode. There was a lot of there was easily 25 minutes of filler that I know they were trying to tell more of a story. And I also know that extra 25 minutes means a lot in their pockets.
Oh, yeah.
That's why this whole season has been extended episodes. But I think from a storytelling standpoint, I think it was a bit of a misstep.
Yeah.
There was a lot I dug, though. And I love that series. I love the comics. I'm just a big fan in general. So, you
The
know,
tiger.
Tiger.
Oh, yeah.
Shiva's awesome. And you know, even at a 7, I mean, it's still, I like if it was on tomorrow, I'd be jacked up that it's back on. Like I wait for it, and I don't wait for Fear the Walking Dead, even though I like it. I don't love it like I do the regular series.
No.
I still watch it, you know, but the regular series is where it's at. Plus,
the problem is they
how about
have
that gun that Daryl had?
Oh yeah,
That's amazing. It's like, okay, you took his crossbow. Let's give him the coolest, most bizarre gun in the show.
oh yeah,
Awesome.
like the homemade gun that they just put together. Said, "Here,
Yeah.
let's do this." So,
Well, did
It looked
anyone
like that gun that John Malkovich built in that movie where he's assassinating the president. Remember that one with Clint
Oh, yeah.
Eastwood?
Yeah. Well, did anyone watch
that was Deadpool, right?
Deadpool.
Not
No,
Deadpool.
Line of Fire.
Line of Fire.
Yeah.
Wait, are you done? Wait, Deadpool? You mean Deathpool, right?
Deadpool, yes.
Or no, maybe that is called Deadpool.
I thought it was
The old Clint Eastwood movie?
It's not Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Thank
it was
you.
called Deadpool.
Thank you.
You threw us way off there, Chris.
Not Deadpool. Not the Deadpool.
Right. You can't say the word Deadpool and not get Phil excited. He's got his unicorn out right now.
Why? Because he wanted to have a face like a pepperoni pizza. That one.
Right. He's got his unicorn and squeaky slippers on right now.
That's right.
but anyway, did anybody watch Talking Dead? They were saying the gun Negan had, he had like a special gun too. I guess it was an homage to Escape from New York.
I heard that too. I didn't notice it, but I saw that on Facebook today.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was a
Well,
little late. I didn't see it, so
Yeah. All right. Moving
I
off
love
The
that.
Walking Dead. I just wanted to touch on that because that's big geek news this week, and it
yeah.
will have.
Oh yeah.
It's something that I'm sure a lot of our listeners are into. I mean, I know all of us, other than Scott, are into it. Scott, you'll get there.
Maybe.
no, it's a good show.
When they do Walking Dead Smurfs, you're all about it.
Hey, can I ask
I
a
have
dumb
read some of the
question?
comics.
How come if they're so close to Washington D.C. because they're in Virginia, has none of them thought to go to Washington D.C.?
No, I don't know.
They're in Virginia. How far can they be?
Well, they
That is
just
a big
got
state.
to Virginia.
No, they've been in Alexandria for like 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, a year.
Well, probably because of all the. I mean, it's hard to get around. They can't move very fast.
They
And
have cars.
with
What are you talking about?
no, not yeah, but you saw what happened. Every time they start traveling a little bit further out, crap happens, and they're trying to stick together and they're trying to rebuild here. I think they want to stabilize before they start reaching out and trying to get a little bit further.
And the closer you get to cities, the more zone packed
Oh
packs
no,
of
I
zombies
know
you get.
that.
Yeah,
but
they have been avoiding the big cities.
But you would still think that somebody would get the idea, like, "Hey, let's go check it out and see what we can do."
The
Maybe
two
Daryl or
times
somebody.
the two times we've seen them in a big city, one was the very beginning of the series in Atlanta, which that was hell.
Right.
And the other big city was when they went to where'd they go for the CDC?
They went back to Atlanta, didn't they?
Was that Atlanta?
Yeah.
And that blew it up, basically.
Well, no, they only blew up the part. So,
Yeah, but it was hell. So they're trying to avoid the big cities.
but I would think after years that the zombies would be quieted down, especially in the bigger towns.
Well, and I think that we're starting to see that happen too. I think we're starting to see as these zombies are getting older, they're starting to fall apart and deteriorate, and it's more the people are the issue.
Sure.
Because there's a lot less zombie action going on, even though it's a threat that's there. It's not the same. So
they've killed, like,
maybe
2
you're right.
million, so
Maybe within a season or two, they will try to go to DC. I don't know. I haven't read much past the point we're at, so I don't know.
Huh.
I do know that woman that turned on Rick, those guys are supposed to be bad news.
well, I'm sure.
Are they Negan bad news? I don't know, but they're bad news. So I knew it. As soon as they went to that garbage thing, I'm like, oh.
Isn't that just a given in any sci-fi horror? The people that live in garbage are always
Yeah.
going to be trouble,
Right.
It's always that way. So,
You remember that movie?
the Southgate Story.
No. I'm going to be the one that's going to come out with it. It's called Street Trash. You guys ever see that movie? It was a B movie,
I don't think I'm old enough to watch it.
It was in like the 80s. It's terrible. But it's awesome all at the same time. There's like this disease going around from like space or something. And it's getting spread through all the homeless people.
Oh.
So street
Nice.
trash. Yeah. And it's got the cover is actually like the poster. The cover on the VHS tape was a classic moment from the movie where the homeless guy drank his whatever was this stuff. He thought it was booze, and he drank it. Then he was sitting on the toilet and he pulled the chain, one of those old toilets, and flushed himself.
Oh my God, there it is. That's fantastic.
Wow. All
Yeah.
right.
He was feeling down in the dumps.
Maybe we'll look that one up.
And Scott's like, I hope they do a screening of it. I'd like to go to that.
1985.
Yep.
Oh.
One of the few that I'm going to say I did not see in the theater.
A delicious, mysterious goo that oozes from the earth is marketed as the newest dessert sensation.
Yep. And all the homeless people start eating it, and that's when it goes to hell.
I recognize nobody on the list. Not one.
How
person.
dare you? There's that guy. Oh no, it's
The other guy.
yeah, nobody. Yes. How about this? You guys Freeform is that like Disney Light, like Teen Disney Channel, and they're doing they've done a couple of horror shows on there that look kind of interesting for that, demographic. Dead of Summer was one. I don't remember the other one was that I saw was on there, but they are the ones doing Cloak and Dagger for Marvel. They've ordered another one. They're in the Marvel business now. They're doing the New Warriors, and it's going to feature Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
I am down with that. I want to see what they do. Now, it could be like, garbage, which could happen, or this could be really cool. This could be like the way that we get characters like Squirrel Girl, which we're never going to get in an Avengers movie. And she's not going to pop up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So they might do something really cool and different here, which if this works, this could be their answer to the CW with that kind of programming. And all of a sudden, it's feasible that we get, an Alpha Flight or, something like that here that we wouldn't have gotten other places. So I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Did you guys read when this is supposed to happen, though? I don't know. I know they ordered it, but is it next season?
Is it going to be animated?
No, live action.
Oh, really?
Oh, it says 2018 release.
Oh.
Maybe January or something.
30-minute.
Starring Olivia.
No, it doesn't give any details. It's speculating here about it, saying is it going to be a 30-minute comedy or an hour action drama? I say a half-hour like drama with comedy infused in it. I mean, I think this would be one you could really get that tone right with, and I think it fits the Marvel brand really well.
So is a comedy drama a comma or a dramedy?
It depends. The New Oxford way of doing it is it's a comma after and before the word and. No, I'm kidding.
Ooh, college boy.
Yeah, right. Nerd.
Well, hopefully it's good and it's not Marvel's Powerless.
Oh, let's not even talk about that.
I gave up on that.
Oh, it's the worst. Either you guys watch Powerless?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's.
No.
We talked about it on here long before you had joined us, Phil.
No.
But we used to talk about it fairly regularly, and there was never a vote of confidence. There was never maybe it'll be good, even though every time I think like if we said that, it was always like maybe it'll be good. It will not be good, but maybe no. It's god awful. There's no way that's getting renewed, right?
I hope
What
not.
audience is that catering to?
I'm a DC fan and I can't watch it. So I don't know who they're trying to
Is
cater
it fans
to.
of Selena Gomez? Who's the girl in it? Is that who it is?
No.
What's her face?
It's the one from High School Musical or Beach Musical or one of those. You know what I mean? She's the one with the dark hair. I'm so descriptive.
Oh,
All right.
a Lil would know.
Yeah, he's got the
Oh,
poster
it's
up right now.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's from one of those movies or shows,
Yeah.
right?
No, she's from High School Musical.
She was on that thing,
I never saw it. I never saw it. Not my wheelhouse. But I
She
will
was in one of
say,
those girl movies with Taylor Swift, so it's fantastic.
what's that?
Yeah,
Taylor Swift was in movies?
yeah, she's been in a few.
Did she? I have no idea.
Where's a
All I
love
know is she did
movie?
that "Shake It Off" song. That's all I know.
You know what you did the spin off? Cut it off on your finger.
Yeah, right. There it is. I cut it off. Yep. Yep. There it is.
Sorry. As soon as you said "shake it off," I'm like, oh, there we go. Got it.
Chris, you've been waiting on that one. You're like, please God, let there be a Taylor Swift reference. You know Rob's going to
Not
say
at
it.
all. I just
Let it happen. So, did you guys see The Conjuring? What is it, 3 at this point? I didn't see this one. I saw one. Oh no, Conjuring 2. I saw one. One was good. 2 was the one I heard was not nearly as good. But there's some witch in it.
Annabelle, right?
No. There's
No,
a
the other
witch.
one.
Annabelle was spun off from
The nun
the
one,
first right?
right?
There's one that has a nun, and they're doing a spin-off movie of the nun, which I think is funny because I heard a podcast. I heard the Now Playing podcast talking about Conjuring 2, and they were like, it's so obvious that they're going to spin it off with this nun story. Like, the only reason she's here is to spin it off, and here we go.
Yeah.
I mean, I was down for The Conjuring. I thought it was cool. Conjuring 2, I didn't make it to. I'm still down for seeing it. But this kind of thing, it feels like it's stretching. Like, this is getting a little thin. You know? Doesn't this feel like total like C grade movie horror schlock that, maybe 14-year-old Rob would have been like, cool, it's a killer nun. But after that, give me street trash. Let me see a homeless guy flush himself. That's cinema.
Let me see Video Drone.
Isn't that French Nouveau?
Yeah.
I love Video Drone with that hand.
Video
coming on the
Drone's
TV.
awful.
Yeah, it's great.
Imagine being under the influence of things and watching that movie all the time in college. You freak out. You completely freak out. It's like
all that Taco Bell filling your belly and
it's
Videodrome.
Just it's horrendous. That and trying to figure out Highlander doesn't work. So.
No, I didn't need to do substances. That did enough. The brain damage that caused. Holy cow. Highlander. Remember when Mario Van Peebles did one?
He was in 3, right? He
was in 3.
Yeah. 2 was awful. 3 was unwatchable.
Unwatchable.
Are they immortals? Are they aliens?
Yeah, and I like Mario Van Peebles and stuff. He's made a couple of really good movies, and he's made some real garbage, but he's enjoyable. But that one,
that was a paycheck. That was let's keep it going. So
that thing is terrible.
1 is a great movie. It's fantastic.
It doesn't make any sense, but it's great.
Well, once you figure it out, it makes a lot of sense. If you see the director's cut in when they do it chronologically, it's actually really good.
Watch that, and then watch the movie Zardoz and pretend it's a prequel. and you'll watch it and be like, wait a minute, now this is really freaking me out. And why is Sean Connery in a diaper?
He reused the same toupee for both movies.
He does, but he puts a kilt on over the diaper for Highlander.
That's right.
So watch Zardoz second though. If you watch it first and go into it, it's not quite as jarring and upsetting to your central nervous system.
That's horrific.
Yeah. So supposedly they announced they're going to make a Call of Duty movie, right?
No.
And now
yes.
Now they've announced it's like a series of Call of Duty movies.
So the guy said whoever's creating this said they have 50 years of
war.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, technically, if you go back to the fact that they did a World War II Call of Duty, then maybe it is 50 years. But what the heck?
All I want to see is their zombie iteration. That's all I want to see.
No, you want 2 hours of the guy ducking around the corner and zooming in. Duck, zoom, duck, zoom.
Yep.
And every time you got to drink it, eat some popcorn.
I hope and I hope they have that, what is it called? The ragdoll effect. So they get shot and they kind of go like, boom,
Yeah.
fall. That would be awesome. Like they do on not Call of Duty, Gears of War. They have that ragdoll effect.
Yeah.
I want to see the actors have that. Boom.
No, Call of Duty is just the red mist. Some guy going, red mist.
Every once in a while, things just glitch out. Be awesome.
I just want a guy to run in, firing his gun, going, Leroy Jenkins.
That's the movie they should do is Leroy Jenkins. The story behind that would be much better.
Yeah.
Just a guy playing the game pissed off and mad at he didn't get his raid loot. Totally.
So this just in. Here's my breaking news. I texted Martha, my wife, and asked her what she gave that Walking Dead series. Now, she is a huge Walking Dead fan. Like,
she's kind of short. She's not that big.
But this is what she waits for is Walking Dead each week. It's like it's one of the only shows that we watch when it's on. We don't wait for it to be on demand or whatever. We're right there day and date. It's 8:00. Oh, okay. Let's wait 10 minutes so we don't have to sit through commercials. That's what we do every Sunday.
Us, yeah.
She gave it a 4 out of 10.
Oh,
I am shocked.
Oh,
Those episode of the
idea.
season.
I said, what did you think of? I said, rate this last season of Walking Dead out of 10. Where would you place it? And she gave it a 4.
Oh,
I think that's super low. But you know what? I have a feeling, number one, if you don't know the comics, there was a big disconnect this season because it was a lot of things not moving forward, just a slow move. And she doesn't read the comics. So I have a feeling that could have been part of it because I think I was engaged a little bit more because I knew who was going to die in a couple of situations. I was kind of waiting for these things. I knew where some things were leading. And then the other things that didn't happen, it was like, I enjoyed. I just felt like there was a lot of, it's weird to say this, 13 episodes, but there was a lot of filler.
I'm going to contend that last season was way more directionless than this one. I think this one had a lot of elements because they were bringing together, there were 4 camps and then it turned out to be 6 camps having some kind of influence in this episode, where last season was a lot of I think nothing going on. That was me. I mean, I didn't like the interaction with the Hilltop. I thought that was BS. And then all of a sudden they get Negan. I think that's, I love that they brought the Kingdom in. I love that they talked to the trash people.
But it was slow moving.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think last season also, I think now that you say it, once again, I think I was more engaged because I knew exactly, like I was watching all the chess pieces move into place and they were different than the comic, but I'm like, this is all leading by the end of this season. Negan is going to show up. And then all of a sudden it's like all hell broke loose and you're like, oh my God.
Right.
So, and that last episode last season was astounding.
Oh, sure. I would agree.
Say, Phil?
But I was gonna say, well, yeah. The last season, it was all they were messing with Negan's guys, and it's Negan is coming, Negan is coming. Then we get Negan, and I think a lot of people, especially if you don't read the comics, were like, this whole season 7 just seemed like a big build up to season 8. 16 episodes to build up to the next season.
Yeah.
But like you said with Martha, if you don't read the comics, some of this stuff might take you out. Like all of a sudden you have a tiger, like an attack tiger. You got a guy pretending to be a king.
See, and she dug that. We dug all that. But yeah, I could see it probably was losing people. And wow, for her to put a 4, I am just really surprised.
If you watch it just for the zombie kills, let's face it, there's a lot of people that watch it just to see how many zombies they could kill. Yeah. It's kind of old. Oh, I walk up to a dead thing that shuffles around, stab it in the head, it's dead.
Yeah. And, they've got a formula going now, too, where it's like you'll get the zombies coming out of the woods, the kills, who cares, and then there'll be one money shot kill. Oh, he got his eye caught on a barbed wire.
That one where she went to see the beach ladies. I can't remember the name. Where they came out of the sand. That was awesome. That was fantastic.
That was really great. Yeah. You saw that ship toppled over. Yeah, it was great. Okay, let's get off Walking Dead. That's all we'll talk about for the rest of the night.
Can we?
Although, one more thing. Go ahead, Scott.
Can we sort of segue off of The Walking Dead since Sonequa Martin Green is no longer on the series?
Yes.
And they have
I have another offshoot too. So go ahead and do yours.
Well, they have finally confirmed that she's on the new Star Trek. It
Hey,
was
Kat.
like rumored a couple months ago, but they didn't officially announce it until.
Yeah,
the
that's one of
other
those
day.
when there was smoke, we knew it was happening.
Yeah. So she is First Officer Michael Burnham.
All right.
And,
All right. Well, once it fails on CBS's pay-per-view thing, I'll be watching it on Hulu or wherever it goes.
yeah.
Okay,
I
There's
like
a-
her too.
there.
I want to see it. I'm just not paying for it. But
How about the other news about the worst acronym ever? Why would you call something STD?
The official acronym is DSC. They made that clear in like the first press
sorry,
announcements.
No one's going to call it that. No one's
it's
going to call
called
it
Star
that.
Trek Discovery. We're
you
calling
even
it
see-
STD.
You even see, hold on, you see it everywhere. It says Star Trek Discovery.
Right.
To boldly go, STD.
To boldly go where a football team
Totally
has been
crab where no
before.
one has crabbed before. This is what you get for sleeping with green space aliens. STDs.
This is Kirk the early years. Kirk the later years. Oh,
Bones, you gotta fix me up. Damn it, Jim.
can't you beam that out of me?
It's
All right.
It's not a lab specimen.
Well, I like her. I hope she's great on the show. I hope it does well. I liked her as Sasha. I thought.
Did you
she
see
was good.
the other news about a character?
On Star Trek?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
They're going to get Rainn Wilson to play Harry Mudd.
Oh,
Mhm.
I did
That's
see that.
fantastic.
That's
It
amazing.
is.
That is amazing. That's brilliant. Still not paying for it. Here's another Walking Dead offshoot one. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Negan, who, whatever you think of how the character was, who cares? He was great in the role. He was great in Watchmen. He's a good time, man.
Well,
This
he was
guy's
great
really
in
good.
Supernatural. He was great.
He has joined the cast of Rampage, that giant monster video game movie with Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, really?
Is that
So-
the gorilla one? Or is that where they
Yeah, it's
climb
got the big
buildings?
gorilla. It's got the
And a
big.
lizard.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you make a movie out of that?
Well,
You know,
How did they
really.
make a movie out of Godzilla?
Well, because it's a monster killing Japanese people. That's
All right,
what-
I'm going to do the last thing. Martha sent me her thing about Walking Dead, so I should have just gotten her on here, but she's upstairs. I really struggled with this season. I can't handle the injustice. It went on so long, and I didn't feel there was payoff. You know what? I do think that was it. There was a lot of injustice, and a lot of what people wrote about it is they felt there was no way out, and that any way out was going to be plot convenience. So, yeah. She said it was horrible to watch how these characters were week after week, how spineless they made Rick for a while and all that. I agree. It was tough. All right. So anyways, Rampage, I'm going to see it. It's going to be terrible, but maybe not.
Hold on. So you're going to pay for Rampage,
No,
but not pay.
You know me.
Not pay for the arguably the second.
I didn't say I'm paying for Rampage. I haven't been to Logan yet. I would pay for Logan.
I finally saw Logan the other day.
and
That is amazing.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
That
did
is an
not
amazing
make it.
experience.
Patrick Stewart's going to win an Oscar for that. I would bet.
He
What's
should.
the other one I was going to go to and I didn't make it? Well, we didn't see Beauty and the Beast. I heard that was good. We did not see Logan. And what's the other one? Oh, Kong. I still haven't seen Kong.
Oh, yeah. Haven't got to that yet either.
Yeah.
Mm.
I did see Avatar, so I'm getting closer.
Last week, it's only been out for 10 years. It was on the W. It was on the
Pile of Shame.
50 here. It was on Me TV here.
Me TV. Coming up after Newhart. Here's
A midnight show
Kong Skull
uncut.
Island.
Commercial free because we have no commercials.
Right.
After Night Court.
Brought to you by Blue Box Cafe.
That's right.
Let's see. What else do we have on here? Schwarzenegger won't do Expendables 4 without Stallone. Okay. Who cares? I mean, really, I think that's already played out.
Oh hey, did we talk about I don't think we talked about the news of Joss Whedon on Batgirl.
Nope, we didn't talk
You
about
did
it.
not.
Did we get that last week?
So is that official? Phil, you can't bring it up if you don't know, because we're always precise on this show.
I know.
We are precisely what we are.
Actually, I believe it is confirmed, or he's in serious talks. So it's probably a negotiation ploy that they're doing this. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm sure he'll do a great job. He does really great with female characters. It depends on what Batgirl story they're going to do, though. Do you know which one they're going to follow?
I saw a article. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but they're going to do like the Gail Simone's arc, like first arc from the New 52, which kind of makes me nervous. New 52, but
so it's not the Batgirl of Burnside one.
No, I don't believe so.
That's a mistake.
Unless they throw elements
That's
of it in, I don't know.
Doesn't matter. If it's not Barbara, Batgirl of Burnside, they're making a mistake. Or if they were to, well, no, that's the mistake. They have to do that one. Otherwise, they're making the wrong choice. But I would love to see them do the one with the Batgirl who's silent. I loved that book.
Cassandra Cain, yeah.
But other than that, it's all right.
As long as they follow the comic, it could be good because Gail Simone's a good writer. So just,
Yeah, Gail Simone's good. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if they can stick to the source material.
The interpretation of the character, those are the two that I would be interested in. But I wouldn't make a movie of the silent Batgirl. I would make one Batgirl of Burnside. Plus, that opens up a huge market for you. But you know what? I'm not fixing DC's mess.
Well, do you think they're staking everything on Batgirl and Nightwing?
Please, of course. Because they're like, look, we're going to put Batman in only so many things. Hey, these are iterations of Batman. We can make more Batman movies. Notice they're not making more Green Lantern movies out of every character. And, we're going to make more of this robot guy, whatever his name is, Cyborg.
Cyborg, yeah.
Who cares? Who cares?
Aquaman would be cool, though. I think they should do Wonder Twins. I'm serious.
They should, but they're not going that route. That's where they're missing the boat. And here's where they also missed the boat with this.
Friends.
Right. They should. They should have made Super Friends their TV show. But instead, they made it Powerless.
Yeah.
They should have done Super Friends and used all the B characters like
Solomon Grundy, the whole thing.
Apache Indian chief that's never going to be put in a movie. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Jada and Jasper, whatever the names are, and Bleep, whatever his name, that monkey. That'd be awesome.
Well, and speaking of DC, I don't know, did we discuss Black Lightning either? TV show?
Yeah, we did. We talked about it, I think, last week.
They ordered the pilot. I don't think,
Yeah, I don't know.
The costume looks a little off. It looks bulky, almost like armor, and it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you have cool fight scenes
Maybe they
without
should-
bulky armor?
Maybe they should spend some time fixing Legends of
Ask
Tomorrow,
Zack Snyder.
and before they start launching another show in that universe.
Well, they said the Legends of Tomorrow. They said next. Well, they already had their finale last night, and they said they're going to be bringing in new characters next season, but they haven't said who yet.
Well, it's not Black Lightning because he's got his own show.
Yeah.
Spend some time fixing that. Fix your litter box. Scoop it out before you add to it.
Well, I think that was a last minute grab because it was supposed to originally be on Fox, and I guess Fox passed on it. So CW, of course, was like, "Hey,
Yeah, they got Gotham." So, yeah, did you guys see the trailer for Gotham?
No.
The Rise of the Hero. They're pushing towards Batman showing up.
Well, yeah, I mean, that kid's had how many growth skirts already? Get him in the gym, you can have Batman already.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what, and if you watch the trailer, it's kind of alluding to that it's not Bruce Wayne; it's that clone of Bruce Wayne. But I think what you're going to see is you're going to see the clone. People are going to think that's Bruce, and Bruce is going to be gone, getting trained by Ra's al Ghul. And then by next season, young Batman shows up and disperses some young justice. Pop.
Justice.
Yep. Although you do have to enjoy when he, I forget it, when Gordon punched Joker's face off. That was quite something.
Yeah. And Riddler's getting the green suit. Yeah, they're
trying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Stan Lee visits Avengers Infinity War set for a possible cameo. Of course.
Yeah.
They're only going to get so many more out of him. My bet is they filmed 2, one for Infinity War 1 and Infinity War 2. I think Infinity War 2 is the last time we're going to see Stan Lee in a cameo.
Isn't he supposed to have put some in the can for?
Yeah, for the
future?
yeah, but they had him on the set. My guess is they brought him in, did his bit. They probably filmed those last couple things, and they've said that after Infinity War 2, it's like everything changes. I bet that's one of the changes is, okay, now we'll have some other way, like a statue of Stan Lee that they walk by and like, hey, now that's a hero. One of those dumb things.
They need to create one of those like Tupac holograms of Stan Lee so you can just plug them in any movie.
Sure, they do. That'd be awesome.
Forever.
Sure, they do. Hey, did you see the trailer for that movie that they did on him?
No.
They got a guy that looks just like him. It's pretty amazing. Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe it's him because there's that whole rumor,
He's like 50, by the way.
Now?
He would be if he was alive.
Okay, spoiler. I'm Tupac.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Yeah, that didn't work. Let's see.
Daniel Craig
yeah.
has been probably almost convinced to come back one more time as Bond.
Yep, I've heard that.
Oh yeah, I heard it.
I'll give you 20 million reasons why.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I heard.
Although he did say he would rather slit his own wrist than ever go back to it. Of course, $20 million does dull that blade.
And plus, I think they were funding some project of his. I don't know if it's like a play or something.
That's how it always works.
Yeah.
Come on, let's face it.
Fund a little, passion project on the side. So
when people say I'm done with it, I'm never coming back, the harder they kick and scream, the more they're trying to get their own project done. I almost guarantee that unless they just simply walk off.
Yeah, they
like the guy in Doctor Who. When Eccleston was done, he was done.
Yeah.
He's not cashing in going his stuff.
He that wasn't just. I mean,
but so was this guy. Daniel Craig was claiming the same thing, and now all of a sudden he might be back.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not just like a tactic in Hollywood anymore. Because if you say you love it and enjoy it, and how just nice things,
they get you cheaper.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, we don't only gonna pay him $500,000.
Yeah.
Wow, 500,000! You are lowballing for Hollywood, aren't you, Phil?
That's what Downey Jr. said about Iron Man too.
Right. I'll never do another one. Should I do Iron Man 4 or should I do this? Who wants to pay more? Let the bidding start.
Exactly.
But Sherlock Holmes 3 and Iron Man 4, he did that thing. It's like, you know what? And then everyone's, do this. He's like, look, they want both. Pay me.
Yeah, let's do both. He'll do it again. So, what's the movie coming out from Guy Ritchie that looks good? Is that Baby
King
Driver?
Arthur?
King Arthur. I'm kind of intrigued because I'm a big Jude Law fan. I think I love his characters. So it looks like it's going to be okay. I don't know how great it's going to be, but I'm in. So
plus, Baby Driver looks awesome.
I like Baby Driver. Yeah,
both of them look good. Yeah, who knows? This King Arthur thing, they keep trying to launch that, and they keep making movies that nobody wants to see. But Guy Ritchie doing it, I don't know, man. It might be really sweet.
How many times can you tell the story of King Arthur, though?
4. Exactly 4.
Okay.
I thought you wanted an answer.
The same amount of times they're going to retell Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man's origin.
Then 78. That will be.
Are we talking just Fox? Are we talking
right?
Fox Searchlight or
which one are we talking about? Let's get specific here.
Is this Sony? Is this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How do you not get those right? It just drives me insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. Let's see. I'm just scanning through to see if anything else sticks out. The Aquaman writer is writing Creature from the Black Lagoon because everything he writes has to be in water now.
He's writing the new Lil biopic, isn't he?
Yes.
In the shower?
Yes. In the shower with a Lil. Creature from the Butter Lagoon.
My life is a buttered loofah.
Yeah.
I roasted myself. He'll be on Seinfeld. That'll be fantastic.
Do you guys smell chicken?
Yes. What's that smell? And he'll walk in. I'm out. So it'll be great. Did you see Eric Roth? Did you see Eric Roth is signing on to write Dune?
Yes.
No.
I saw that.
Yeah, it just came out in the last day or two.
Boy, I really hope they get this Dune thing right. I like the books quite a bit. I know, Scott, you're a huge fan.
Yeah. I'm a long time fan of the books.
And I like that movie, that David Lynch movie. I know a lot of people don't. I really dig it.
Oh, I love it.
They can't make it like that again, though. That would be the biggest mistake in the world.
Right.
That'd be like trying to remake Flash Gordon. You don't do Flash Gordon again. Like that. Yeah. And I'm not comparing them in that way. Like, I know Flash Gordon is garbage. It is glorious garbage.
Right.
Dune's actually a good movie, though. I like Dune.
Yeah.
The first one was good. He
Sting's
just
in his underwear.
Sting was good. Baron Harkonnen was great. I mean, it was great.
Oh, come on. Baron Harkonnen's the best part with the big boils floating around.
They need to make that like a 10-hour movie. And that's the problem.
It needs to be a Game of Thrones.
Right. It does.
But, yeah. And really that they do. And with that kind of budget. And the other thing they need to do is a side project, an internet only. Let's watch A Day in the Life of Baron Harkonnen, because I could watch that guy all day.
Floating around with Baron Harkonnen.
Yeah.
Special guest, hot buttered a Lil in the shower.
Oh,
no, thank you.
Horror movie.
That would be great. So. Yeah, because they didn't do the. I'm trying to blank. What are the guys that full time? What are they called, Scott? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Which one?
The guys that are in the tank that are actually the ones
that fold space.
The ones that fold space. What are they called? The navigators. That is of everything that is in that movie, that was the weakest thing I thought in terms of characters. If they could make that cooler, I think it would be better. But
you didn't like the giant worms in the tanks?
No, I did. But I thought that was okay. I liked that. I thought that was, thought it was okay. I just thought that they could have done that. They could have done that part a little bit better because it seemed kind of convenient. But I mean, I think we've talked about this. When I saw that movie, I go, this is almost exactly what I thought was coming from the book. Almost exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of it that I felt that way. That the thing that when they show the navigator, though, that's not in the book, right? There's one of the characters, the big blob that does the actual folding. One of the things was something they added to the movie that was not in the book.
No, the throne scenes in the book.
Modules.
What was that?
When they're fighting on Arrakis and they've got those like belt weapon things,
and
they yell the energy out. That was added for the movie.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. It's been a while since I've thought about
it. But didn't they have weirding modules? They had modules that they did it with, didn't they, Scott? Or not?
They weren't quite the same. It wasn't yelling to make the energy like the movie was. It were different.
Oh, somebody got a message.
No.
See, it's
my wife and yours, Rob.
Yep. There you go.
That creative license
got a horn in.
Bad.
What'd you say?
I thought that creative license was pretty good because they had to explain it somehow with little or no budget assigned to the special effects. So I thought that was okay. I mean, I thought that was believable because his name was Power, and they did need to make it work, but it was hard. There are some tough things to do. So
yeah,
we're running out of time. I got one thing though that I wanted to bring up. There's it's a lot of the same stuff we keep talking about keeps coming up, so I don't feel like we need to really rehash it. But there was news this week about that animated Godzilla show that's going to be on Netflix. Yes. Did you guys read about this?
Yes, it is going to be.
Wow. It sounds awesome.
Yes.
You're the big Godzilla guy, Scott. Well,
first of all, it's going to be a trilogy.
Yeah, it's not a series. It's 3 movies, right?
It's 3 movies.
And they're animated.
Right. And the idea is that Earth gets overrun with monsters and humans figure out how to leave the planet. And so they leave the planet in an ark ship. And the planet they get to is crap, so they turn around. But on the way back, they have a hyperspace accident. And when they get back to Earth, 20,000 years have passed. So you've got this new ecosystem that has evolved around only giant monsters on Earth.
Right. And it's all done like anime style too, right?
Yeah. It's actually the first anime treatment, full scale anime treatment. He's made like cameos in other shows, but this is the first full scale anime treatment of Godzilla. He's had an American animated series, but not an actual Japanese one.
I love it. It just seems so different. It's like I love when a series will take a risk like that. This is something they're trying to do stuff with Godzilla. They kind of keep going back to the same well. This is out there. This didn't need to be Godzilla. This actually sounds like they could have done this with Pacific Rim. But
or just any generic type of monster alien thing, but
but the fact that the showrunners or the people that own the rights to Godzilla bought into this as a Godzilla piece, I think is really cool.
Right, because they can be really, really restrictive on how Godzilla is used outside the main films.
Sure.
Like if you collect the DVDs and Blu-rays, they're really restrictive on the extras that are included. Like, there's been like DVDs that were released and had to be recalled because they talked about too many things in the extras.
Oh wow, you've got those, right?
I've got one of them. Yeah.
See, I knew it.
Yeah.
The rest of them you've downloaded.
I found a link for the other one. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew it. And your name is Alil Kunika, and you can be found at. All right, you guys got anything else, or are we done?
Rogue One is on Blu-ray this week.
Nice.
If you go to Target, you get this giant 5-disc set.
Whoa.
For one movie.
How much was that?
Almost 30.
All right.
That's not bad.
And the front cover has 5 little things for different artwork, so you can change the artwork that you want to show.
Wow.
Get that.
Yeah. So it's got the Blu-ray, the DVD version, DVD version, and a bunch of extra discs. So this set is thicker than the 9-disc 6-movie Blu-ray set.
That's crazy.
Of the original 6 Star Wars movies. This is bigger.
And surprisingly, that movie has better dialogue than all 6 of the other movies put together.
Yeah, no, man. You know what? That might be a must buy. I mean, I should say it might be. That is a must buy.
This is the Target exclusive.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've really cooled off on buying any software like that, but this one I've already been thinking, I think I'd pick this one up. So that looks really cool.
I need a Blu-ray player first to buy that, but that would be
okay, Grandpa. You know what? Now you upgraded to VHS from beta last year, didn't you?
from disc. Yes.
Laser disc next. Yeah.
Oh, don't talk to Laserdisc champion back here.
Yeah, don't you give me crap about Laserdisc. Of course, I have 2 players and neither one works. So my Laserdiscs are getting sold off now. But I have, I don't know, probably 150.
What Russian is buying your Laserdiscs? I just want to know.
Right. Ask Trump, he knows.
The same one that took his finger.
So, all right. Let's wrap it up. I'll do the business about our big 100th episode, but before I do that, Chris, why don't you give your social media?
Absolutely. I can be found at www.theblueboxcafe.com or Blue Box Cafe or Blue Box Cafe 176 on social media.
Excellent. And Live at the Blue Box is this Saturday. You can watch it streaming on Southgate Media Group's Facebook page or on Live at the Blue Box. Find them on one of the two. I don't know which one it's going to be on. Yep. We're doing Doctor Who Night this week. And you can see Chris's amazing place of business if you watch that. And then we'll take those recordings and put them out as podcasts and as video casts.
It's the second Saturday of every month. So we got April 8th coming up, and that's this Saturday.
Yep, Doctor Who Night. And we're also doing a Kickstarter for Jim McClane for Solution Squad. So comic book fans and people that like good stuff, you might want to check that out too, because we'll put that on Facebook and come out and help launch his Kickstarter if you're in the Chicagoland area. It's going to be cool. Okay, Phil, go.
You can find me on Twitter at NightwingPDP, and you can find all my podcasts and blogs, anything and everything Marvel and DC at philparrish.wordpress.com.
Awesome. And how about you, Scotty?
I can be found on Twitter. My handle is @ScottySmurf.
Yes, and you can find this show at SMG_twig for This Week in Geek. You can find a Lil, who we talked about a lot tonight,
In the shower.
at League of Geeks. That's LOGEEKZ on Twitter. You can also find them on Facebook, and then download their really excellent show on iTunes or Stitcher or Google Play or wherever you get your podcasts. Same thing with this. Look for This Week in Geek on all those same places. Plus, we have a YouTube channel for Southgate Media Group, and we post This Week in Geek stuff there. And we started posting reaction videos to trailers. And just yesterday, I figured out how to put those trailers actually on those videos. So they're getting better. Let's see. 100th episode, I believe, is going to be next week, unless we want to call it 99.99, which that is a completely German show. 9.
Or it's about Space 1999.
Yes. Martin Landau is going to be hosting next week. Space 1999 show.
Thank you.
Only, nobody
Ego,
got that.
the ego, buddy.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I love that show as a kid.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
But for the 100th episode, we will be doing giveaways from the awesome Entertainment Earth. If you don't shop there, you're not shopping anywhere. How's that for a logo? If you do want to shop there, though, go to southgatemediagroup.com, click on the Entertainment Earth link. It's on every page, and we get a little commission if you buy anything. But they're so supportive. They've been great with us. They've been with us for now 3 years. And we decided, hey, let's start doing some giveaways and raffles and that. And they're backing us up. So I think it's going to be Star Wars Black Series. I didn't say that out loud. And we're going to have some Dorbs for Fandom Zone. And hopefully some other stuff. One other thing that I'm thinking we're going to have, if we do it next week, we're going to have our very own This Week in Geek 100th episode t-shirt.
Wow.
Limited run. They're normally $20 for the shirts. We're going to make it live probably the day we broadcast. And I think you get it for $14 for 1 week. When it goes up to $20, it might only be 3 days. Whatever the amount is of days, and we'll tell you next week when we launch it. When we launch that, that's it. And when it goes back up to $20, we're pulling it off the site. So if you want one of those shirts, you're going to have to act fast. But we won't do it until we're doing the show. We'll launch it right then while we're doing the live thing on YouTube. Follow us next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, YouTube Live. That's it. You guys done? We're done. All right. Phil, you want to say it? Or Lil always says it.
Enough said.